Hi, good evening all. Hope you all doing good. So I just want to keep a small video here to wrap what happened in this 2 days and how we done today. So basically, the market uh, yesterday had a strong kind of bullish engulfing here. It opened flat. It started scaling higher. Uh, so let me zoom a bit. Okay, so now it's clear. So it opened flat here. It's took a support here, and this was a gap support. This was a gap support, and it took a support here and started scaling higher. At the end of the day yesterday, there was a little bit profit booking happened. I mean, like, I won't say little bit, it was nearly 100-point profit booking happened. So let me delete this. Yeah, so here from 18,100 it came towards 18,000. So this had been cracked. Okay, so today market opened a kind of gap up, but within yesterday's range. So I was just looking for a rejection here, where, as I mentioned on weekly analysis, I said I want to have one good trade on short side for for this week. So that trade was here. Okay, so basically yesterday's POC was here. Yesterday's POC was close to 18k. So when I saw this one coming inside previous day's high and also breaking the VAP, okay, the VAP was here. Once it started breaking, I initiated a short here via 18,100 put at 100 rupees. So I kept a stop loss above this mark and 70 rupees respectively on that put. So this was the first trade area where I want to cover everything at previous day's POC. Okay, so this was the trade idea, because weekly was negative on Friday. Weekly was negative on Friday. So I felt one short trade could be coming, and that been played here. Now I want to understand how strong the bears and bulls are. The bears were strong at the open, but how strong the bulls are. Okay, so I want to check whether any responsive buying is happening here. Okay, so the responsive buying for the intraday, there was a good response by the buyers at yesterday's POC zone. So they started taking the price again back above VAP and also above yesterday's close. So now this information was very clear, and this was clear from Banknifty. Okay, because Banknifty was totally bullish yesterday and it was also holding the gains today morning. Let's say Banknifty also had some profit booking at the end and it opened gap up. Again it started reacting, and these are reaction zones. Okay, these are reaction zones. If you go and check on the chart, you can easily spot these reaction zones. Okay, so this reacted from this zone, probably this day's value area high. Or this day's open as well, anywhere. I mean, like, if you see the reaction, it could be there. Now in this I had a bullish view, because in this yesterday's POC was somewhere here 42 250, somewhere here. Okay, yesterday's POC was somewhere here, and 42,300 was a key, 42,325 was a key reference level for me. So unless this doesn't broke 42,250 and 300 mark, I don't want to stay short. I want to use this dip to buy, and I was looking for this 42,800 as a target. I mentioned this on my Telegram when I initiated this trade. So what I did was, I have a room of adding longs till this, okay. So my stop loss is here, okay. So I want to start adding 42,300 call in this zone with a stop loss below this, and my target is 42,800. So initially what happened? It took a support here, so I added 50% of the quantity here, and when it rotated back towards the VWAP, I exited, because today we have Nifty expiry as well as HDFC Bank on this up move was not showing any sign of strength. So what I felt was, it could test day's low or 42,325 to again load back for this 42,800 target, because I know second half HDFC Bank will support this move, which was exactly happened. So here the first initial trade was on Nifty 18,100 put from 100 to 150. I played, 152, somewhere close to that I played. Second, Banknifty 42,300 call at 375 to 475, this rotation, okay, this rotation from here to VWAP 475 I played, okay. So this was a second trade, and as I mentioned on Telegram, if you see the last, see this. So I told second half HDFC will take care, okay. If you see after 1, okay, or even after 2, so this rally was led by this, at least held where the other stocks started moving, okay. So you need to have this kind of knowledge when you trade options on Bank Nifty, what is pulling, what is pushing, okay, which one is dragging or which one is pulling it out. So once you have the clarity, you can frame up a weave where maximum time you will win and minimum time you will lose, okay. Okay, the third trade was Asian Paint long trade. This stock was on my radar for past 2 days, okay. So when I saw this support, okay, this support zone had been holding rejection, coming down rejection. Today we had a gap up and we rejected and we was scaling higher, okay. So on intraday, when I saw the strength, okay, when I saw the strength over here, I felt this 3,100 call writers, okay, CE writers had started covering massively. So the next leg could test for 3,150, okay, 3,150. So what I did was, I added on this pullback, I added 3,150 call, which was quoting at 8 rupees, okay, which was quoting at 8 rupees, because I felt this stock could go towards 3,150 or 75 zone, okay. when I initiated the trade, here it was, and this call could go for 2x, I mean like go for 16 to 20. This was my target. Okay. So as expected, it started scaling higher. Okay, it been resisted here. So what I done was I moved my TSL, I mean like I exited partial here and then I moved my TSL, which got hit. So these are the three trades where one was Nifty was a rejection trade from the high for previous days, I mean yesterday's POC, which got hit, and second trade was Banknifty trade where I expected a rotation back to previous days high, and that also played well. And the third trade was joining the trend day on Asian Paint. Okay, that also went for a 2x, 8 to 16. Okay, so three good trades were all been planned, especially on 4 a.m. morning, and just we executed it and it got rewarded. And thanks so much for listening. And people ask, right, I mean like most of the time they ask the order books, right? So here if you see this, and this is where the 18,100 put, okay, been added at 929 at 100 rupees. Okay, so this all got filled at 100 here. Okay, so this was the total buy trade. Okay, 1000 quantity and 70 rupees was a stop loss, and partial being exited at 150 and rest being exited at 155. Okay, so this trade been completed, and next trade was Banknifty trade. So here Banknifty 42 300. Okay, once again, yeah. So this was 42 300 call. Okay, so 500 quantity I added at this level. Okay, so all this 500 quantity being filled at this level. So 375 I placed. So all around 957 mark. Okay, so all being filled at this 957, and within next few minutes, say like 30 minutes, 477 I exited everything. Okay, 477, 75, so there I exited. So this was the second trade, and the third trade obviously was Asian Paint. So I bought at 8 rupees. So all the fills got filled here. I mean like so basically 10,000 quantity I added here. So 8, it got completely filled till here. Okay, so 14 was the first exit, and 13 being the second exit. So average somewhere close to 13.5. Okay, so the final exit happened here. So these are the three trades, and let us catch up sometime later. And if you have some doubts, do ask on comments. Let me try to put it on the next video. Thank you so much. Take care and be in good health. Bye.